About 300 years ago, a traveler in the homeland of lager beer would have found three very distinct beer flavors. In Munich, a tavern keeper filled steins with the sweet, dark beer popular in that city. In Vienna, life was a little sweet, and so was the beer, but not as sweet or as dark as the Munich brews. In Pilsen, brewers had discovered that by slow, careful brewing, they could remove all the sweetness from beer. The result? A light, dry, very drinkable flavor. It was from Pilsen that Stag's original brewers brought their recipe for beer, a recipe that has kept Stag delightfully dry for 118 years. If you agree that beer should be light and dry and very drinkable without a trace of sweetness, tap a Stag. Stag, from the people with the golden touch for beer.
Hey everybody, Tom Jones has a brand new album, and we've got him as our special guest. So here he is, one of the world's most exciting singers, Mr. Tom Jones.
Buona da, everybody. This is Tom Jones, which means good afternoon, everybody, or good morning. This is Tom Jones.
Man, it's great to have you on our show right now in the middle of your big concert tour, Tom.
Thank you very much. It's nice to be here.
So, how you been doing?
Oh, great. You know, working hard and enjoying it.
Well, we sure been enjoying the hell out of your TV show every week.
Thank you very much. I've enjoyed doing them, you know. But it makes a change to be on the road again.
And how do you feel about having a new album in the middle of all this excitement you got?
Oh, great. You know, because I've had a chance to do songs that I've enjoyed other people doing, you know. And that's why I like recording albums, because you can get away from the commercial things that you would normally do on singles, you know.
Well, how did you decide on what to include in this one?
Well, what we wanted to do was make sort of one-side all-up tempo things and do songs that people are familiar with, because, you know, I think they would prefer that than to sort of do new material. You know, you can do new material on singles. But so we've done one side all up-tempo, and the other side is all ballads, you know.
Well, let's play one of the tracks right now.
Okay. This first one is was made famous by the Creedence Clearwater Revival. I think it's a great song. It's called Proud Mary.
All right.
Looking for a job in the city, working for the man every night and day. Then I never lost 1 minute of my sleeping, worrying about the way things might have been. Big wheels keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning. Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. I've seen a lot of places like Memphis, hopped a lot of fame down in New Orleans, but I never saw the good side of the city till I hitched a ride on a riverboat queen, because the big wheels keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning. Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. Now if you come down to the river, I bet you're gonna find some people who live. You don't have to worry if you ain't got no money. The people on the river are happy to give, because the big wheels keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning. Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. Looking for a job in the city, working for the man every night and day. Then I never lost 1 minute of my
That was Proud Mary, which was originally done, as I said, by Creedence Clearwater. This time it's done by Tom Jones.
Yeah. Incidentally, Tom, what do you think of CCR?
They're a great group because they're a basic group, you know, and they're playing basic rhythm and blues or basic rock and roll with no gimmicks, you know, which I think is great. They've got a southern gospel influence, I think.
Why has the gospel sound become so popular?
Because it's real, you know, it's something that is life, you know, and I think everybody can associate themselves with that. And I think that's why it's big, because it's real.
And it's really Tom Jones we're talking with this afternoon. And we will be right back with him in a minute.
What's a dry beer? Well, it's,
Of all the qualities of beer, probably the least understood is dryness. Stag is a dry beer, brewed to remove every trace of sweetness from the flavor, leaving Stag light, very drinkable, dry. If you think you'd prefer your beer dry and never sweet, tap a Stag from the people with the golden touch for beer.
Well, Stag might be a dry beer, but I spilled a glass in my lap once, and it sure seemed awful wet to me. But no. Stag beer here in St. Louis, Missouri, they are our sponsors this afternoon. And we are back with our special guest, Tom Jones, who's here in the States for a big concert tour and a brand new London album under his arm. And I think we're ready to hear another one, Tom.
This song was written and recorded by Tony Joe White, first of all, and it's a southern song about a plant that grows down in the south called Polk salad, and the song is called Polk Salad Annie.
Well, those who are not from the South, either southern Wales or southern United States, what is polk salad?
Well, polk salad is a plant. Well, if you listen to the record, it'll explain it for you. It looks something like a turnip green.
Don't tell me they eat polk salad in Wales.
No, it doesn't grow there. But they've got things similar to it. I like a lot of vegetables, you know.
Yeah, that's it right there. Some of y'all have never been down south too much. I'm gonna tell a little bit about this. Y'all understand what I'm talking about. Down there we have a plant that grows out in the woods and the fields. Looks something like a turnip green. Everybody calls it polk salad. Polk salad. We got it now. Used to know a girl who lived down there. She'd go out in the evening, pick a mess of it, carry it home and cook it for supper. 'Cause that's about all they had to eat. But they did all right. Down in Louisiana, where the alligators go so mean, there lived a girl, and I swear to the world, she made the alligators look tame. Polk salad Annie. Woo-hoo, polk salad Annie. Everybody said it was a shame, 'cause the mama was working on a chain gang. A mean, vicious woman. You see, every day for supper time, she'd go down by the truck patch and pick her mess of polk salad and carry it home in a tow sack. Polk salad Annie. You know, the gators got the granny. Huh. Everybody said it was a shame, 'cause the mama was working on a chain gang. A wretched, spiteful, straight-razor toting woman. Come on, man, hit me with it now. Ouch! had a bad back. All her brothers were fit for was stealing watermelons out of my truck back. Polk, salad, Annie. You know, the gators got your granny. Chomp, 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 chomp. Everybody said it was a shame, 'cause the mama was working on a chain gang. You know that's right, Annie, don't you? Yeah. Suck a little pork salad, tell me. You know I need a midnight solid. Got to have the food. Yeah, I got to have the food. Oh, yeah. Come on, baby. Wow.
There was a great line in that song. It was called Polk, Salad, Annie, the gators got your granny. You know, it's about the alligators down in Louisiana. It's cute.
Yeah, it is. And it's from the new album by Tom Jones, our very special guest this afternoon. And we'll be right back with him right after this.
What does it take to brew a beer perfectly dry, like Stag, with every trace of sweetness removed from the flavor? A lot of little things. Like using a special blend of choice grains selected for their dry, clean flavor. Like distilling your own brewing water to reach a pure, perfect balance for dry brewing. Like cooking your grains slowly at low temperatures and cool fermenting them longer to help remove any trace of sweetness. Like instead of using syrups in your beer, letting its flavor develop naturally while aging, and charcoal filtering your beer while it ages. The result? A light, dry, very drinkable quality. These are the little things our Stag brewers have done for 118 years to keep Stag dry and never sweet. Stag, from the people with the golden touch for beer.
All right, we're back, and we are talking with Tom Jones about his new album and his coast-to-coast concert tour. Tom, how do you feel about your tremendous international success?
Well, I feel very contented, you know. I think success brings you peace of mind, because before the success, I felt very frustrated, you know, like sort of watching other people and listening to them and wanting to do it myself. And now that I'm doing it, it feels great.
Did you ever think it would happen to this extent?
Well, when I was very young, I did. When I was a kid, you know, and I used to sing at weddings, you know, and social functions and things. But then when you leave school and you start to work and you find out what life, you know, is about, then you realize it's not as easy as you would imagine.
Would you say that it came easily to you at a comparatively young age?
No, the singing came easy because it was very a natural thing. But to get on is very difficult. You know, you've got to be at the right place at the right time with the right record. You know, there's a hell of a lot of things that you must have. You know, a good manager, good agent, and people must see you.
Well, what was your right place, your right time, and your right record?
Well, the first good thing that happened to me, I was singing in a small working men's club in Wales, which is a sort of a working man's nightclub, and my manager saw me. He'd had some success as a songwriter in London, and he came back to Wales to visit his mother, and he saw me in this club, and that was the start of it. So he took me to London, tried to get me work, because I was working, you know, I had plenty of work in South Wales in these working men's clubs, but there was nobody seeing me, you know, of any importance. So he took me to London, started getting me some work around places, took me to see agents, and then he wrote It's Not Unusual, which was my first hit record, and that was the start of it. That was the start of the big, you know.
Do you think you've changed your style at all since those days?
No, I think maybe it's got more soulful, you know, through listening to Negro artists and I think it's the older you get, the more of life you see, and then it's all got an influence on your singing, you know.
Well, how did you come to have such a feeling, such an authentic feeling for blues and soul music?
Well, I like soul music. I think you must like it, and you must live it. And maybe it's the sound of my voice. I've got a sort of a gruff sound anyway. And I think you do something that you like, you know, and I really, really dig it. And I've listened to so many black singers, and it sort of rubs off on you. I'm getting my family tree looked at now to see what, you know, maybe back in the, in the family, who knows?
Well, meantime, let's have another helping of that Tom Jones soul, huh?
Well, in addition to the latest album, I've got a new single out. It's called Daughter of Darkness. It was written by Les Reed, who was a co-writer on It's Not Unusual, and quite a few other things. Delilah, he wrote Delilah as well. And he wrote this one, Daughter of Darkness.
Woman, I can remember a woman. Warm were her kisses and tender was she, lying there in my arms. Why did you deceive me so? What devil inside made you go when I needed you most of all? Oh, daughter of darkness, stay out of my life, my life. You took my heart, you broke it apart, you daughter of darkness. Daughter of darkness, please leave me alone forever. Daughter of darkness, gone is the love that we shared together. Heaven, we had our own kind of heaven, sharing together the magic of love in a world of our own. Then, oh, so suddenly you were gone. The love I depended upon disappeared when you went away. Ooh, daughter of darkness, stay out of my life, my life. You took my heart, you broke it apart. Ooh, you daughter of darkness. Daughter of darkness, leave me alone forever. Daughter of darkness, gone is the love that we shared together. Daughter of darkness, stay out of my life, my life. You took my heart and then you broke it apart. You daughter of darkness, daughter of darkness, stay out of my life, my life. You took my heart and then you broke it apart. You devil, daughter of darkness. Why did you feel so good, daughter of darkness? Oh, leave me alone forever. You devil, daughter of darkness. Gone is the love that we shared together.
Well, I hope you like that song. Sounds a little bit like Delilah. If it sells as well, I'll be very, very grateful. Called Daughter of Darkness. This is Tom Jones, and I'm happy to be on your show.
Yeah, and you don't know how glad I am to have you here with me today, Tom. Right in the middle of your concert tour, your TV show, brand new album. You know, I mean, I'm just, you don't know how thrilled I am. How do you go about picking songs that you want to do?
People send them to us, you know, especially new ones, like songwriters will send them, or publishers. And we just keep looking through albums for old material that think is worth recording again.
Well, what do you look for in a song?
Something that I can inject something of me into, you know. I mean, we've had songs that are hit songs, but won't release them because it doesn't do anything for me. So I'd rather give them to somebody else. But a song like I Who Have Nothing or I Believe, all these old, big, ballady songs are great, you know.
Will you be doing more of those?
Yeah, I think so. I like to do, you know, a mixture. That's why on the latest album we've got all one side up-tempo and the other side are all ballads.
Well, let's turn you over on your tummy and dig into one of those ballads.
Right. This is a song that the Bee Gees wrote. It's called Let There Be Love.
Wasn't there a great standard by that same title?
Yeah, there was an old song. I think Cole Porter wrote it. I think Nat King Cole recorded it, I remember. But same title, different song.
Well, you've had pretty good luck with same title, different songs. Weren't there two songs, I'll Never Fall in Love Again?
That's right, yeah. When I saw that in the charts in America, I thought that it was, you know, the one that I recorded, you know. But, you know, both two good songs.
Let There Be Love, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Jones.
Let there be love, so I can be loved by you. In paradise avenue. Let there be life, so everyone lives to love. Let it happen to you and me. I am a man, so take me for what I am. I'll never have everything, so let there be love. Let there be love. Let there be love. I can be nothing, I can be something. I've got to give you my life. I'm tired of living without your giving. I've got to get you for my wife. The feeling is getting stronger. I can't hold on much longer. Oh, I've never been, but I'm a begging now. Let there be love, so I can be loved by you. In paradise avenue. Oh, let there be life, so we can live to love, and let it be both of us. I am a man, so why don't you take me for what I am? I'll never have everything, so let there be love. Oh, let there be love. Let there be love. Let there be love. Let there be
That was called Let There Be Love, written by the Bee Gees, and recorded it quite a while ago, but couldn't get it out until now, but I hope you liked it.
Well, how many albums do you have out so far, Tom?
I think I've done about 10 albums. Yeah, I think it's 10.
Do you notice much difference in your sound between the first one and this new album?
Yes, I think my voice is much more mature now. But I still like my first album. It's not an unusual album. You know, I think whenever you record different types of songs, you look at it and listen to them and think about when you did record them, you know, and they've got a quality of their own.
We're playing cuts from Tom Jones' new London album, and the man from Wales himself is here with us. He's touring the U.S. these days and is appearing here in St. Louis tonight. How does it feel to be back here in the States, Tom?
Oh, it feels fantastic. It's great to be out of the television studios, too. You feel like if you're locked up, you know, when you do so many TV shows. But I love working on the road because you get a great feeling, you know, to be in front of a live audience. And, you know, stadiums and things here, you can sing to so many more people than you can in England.
How many more concerts are you doing this time?
At the one-nighters, I think, is about 34, 30.